I like how the boy they say they shame. A lot of my clients where they people no they agree to, but not they shame up and down. Hold on. Was there a sort of meeting between filmmakers to release film last week? Because what in God's name was that? We had a lot of movies, like a truckload of movies last week. And I'm like, what is going on? We asked for a movie and these people are bombarding us with movies. Like, did they actually release movies last week in preparation to this new one? Because I am not understanding. But guys, we had a lot of amazing films last week and it was actually difficult, to even tell the one to watch because come on, movies choke. Now we they select movies now, then choke. Now guys, without further ado, I'm reviewing the movie titled A Lady and Her Gentleman, showing on Uche Montana's TV on YouTube. If you are yet to see that movie, what are you waiting for? That movie is trending hot on YouTube. Go there right away if you are yet to see it. And for those who have seen this movie, let's talk about this beautiful movie of Uche Montana. Now, this is my honest review with spoilers. I have heard a lot of reviews, I have seen a lot of comments about this film, and here's what I have to say about the movie, A Lady and Her Gentleman. If you know me, you know that I don't do things by sentiment. I say it as it is. I give my honest review, be you my faith or not. So guys, let's get started with the plot of this movie. A Lady and Her Gentleman tells the story of a young girl named Esther who was forcefully taken by a man her father owed money. She was made to sleep with different men to pay off her father's debts. She grew up to be a beautiful and attractive lady that all men would want to be with regardless of her feelings. Luck shone at her and her life was rewritten. This movie is directed by Ben Cassie, showing on Uche Montana's TV and features incredible talent in Nollywood. So, that's about the plot of the movie A Lady and Her Gentleman. Now let's talk cast. We have the character Extra, played by Pershim and Uche Montana. So apparently, Pershim plays the younger version of Extra and Uche Montana plays the bigger version of Extra. With the way the movie was structured, the movie showed us the later days and the current days. The days of when Extra was a young girl, and that character was played by Pershim. So she was the child who was taken forcefully by the man her father owed money and was made to sleep with different men to pay off her father's debts. So we saw how Pershing embodied the character of a lady who was going through a lot emotionally. The fact that she lived in a family where there was a lot of chaos happening. Okay, she dealing with the fact that her mother left her father because of her father's condition. He not able to provide for the family, he not able to do his fatherly duties. How her mother abandoned all of them without looking back. So she was dealing with that and also dealing with the fact that her father was always hiding, always scared, of seeing the people who owed money, all right? And the fact that she also had to deal with she selling her body just to pay off her father's debts. We saw how Pershing established that character. We saw how she carried it in her looks, in her actions, in her reactions, in what she says. We saw it and it was great. It was so believable. There was no dull moments in Pearl's acting in that movie. Pearl was able to carry that character. She was a lady going through a lot, so we needed to see that in her personality, okay, and how she would embody that character. And truthfully speaking, Pershing killed this for me. Like, she did well in her character. We didn't get to see her much in the film because of that was how the movie was. The movie was just taking us back to the days of where she was little, showing us a bit of Extra while she was young, and all those things were happening. The fact that Pershing was able to establish that character and make her character look believable is what amazes me. So she was great. We have the older version of Extra, played by Uche Montana, and my goodness, Uche Montana delivered a very beautiful and outstanding performance as Extra. I like how the boy they say they shame. A lot of my clients where they people no they agree to, but not they shame up and down. Several gbosa for this lady. This is what we call an actress that can bring a movie to life, an actress that can embody her character with everything in her, an actress that can make us feel what she's feeling, go through what she's going through, and make her character resonate with us. My goodness, Uche was so brilliant in this film. I do not know how to explain this lady's character to my satisfaction or to your satisfaction. But all I can say is that Uche delivered a very powerful and outstanding performance as extra. For every emotions in this movie, we felt it. Her character as extra is one that is powerful. Extra has had to deal with a lot from childhood, and now being an adult, she's even going through more. It's as if her problems have tripled. Okay, she's dealing with a lot of things and she was able to handle it. For every scene where she needed to cry, Uche cried effortlessly. Tears were streaming down her face effortlessly. For every scene that speaks pains, that speaks trauma, Uche delivered it. She literally cried when necessary. It was as if this lady wasn't filming. Like, she brought her character to life, guys. Let's now leave movie aside and come back to reality. You know that point where you're going through a loss, you've lost a loved one and then you have to deal with it. You know, the whole pains, and when you remember that thing, you cry. When you talk about it, you cry. That was what Uche Montana gave to us in this movie. She was as real as possible. She was as believable as anything can be. And I love the part where she later fell in love with this guy named Sean. You know, everything going on between these people looked so real, it looked magical. The love, the anxiety, everything was believable. Uche Montana brought it to life. Uche Montana was living her character. See, guys, there's something about being an actress. When you're able to convincingly portray a character and bring life into it, that makes you a standout actress. And Uche Montana is a standout actress. She's deserving of every accolade she's getting. The scene where we saw she and Sean, the love of her life, and she and her brother were the most powerful scenes in this movie. I love how Uche Montana was able to carry, you know, herself in those scenes, especially the scene where she met with her brother and, you know, her brother was kind of insulting her, telling her about how she sells her body to different men, you know, even without minding the pains that her sister is going through. The way Uche Montana reacted, the way, hey, guys, the way she spoke with every bitterness and hurt she was feeling. And Uche is good. I don't know what to say again, guys. This lady is good. I love the scene where she and you know, Sean were all loved up. You know, the whole beauty happening there and how she was struggling with her emotions as well. It was all beautiful. Uche Montana gave a very beautiful and exceptional acting in the movie. We have the character Sean played by Clinton Joshua. So this is this lover boy, this young handsome cute guy that is in love with this call girl. Okay, he's in love with Extra. He knows Extra's life. He knows about her. He knows that this lady is a call girl, but no, his mind, his heart is going towards that direction. Now she I want. This lady is beautiful. She's endowed. She's a vibe. This is the kind of woman I want. And you know, in this film, he was soft-spoken, he was a lover, he was someone who was respectful, he was kind, he was everything and more. Okay, I love it when he tells this girl that I love you with every blood and water in me, and I'll make you the envy of every woman. Aww, lover boy, yo. So Clinton was great. Like, when I mean great, I mean great. You know, I loved how Clinton was able to be so soft-spoken in this film. And you know, the character Sean in this film was a guy who is soft-spoken, is a lover, is a guy who knows what he wants and goes for it. And Clinton was able to establish that character to perfection. We saw how he was able to gracefully, you know, play that character to perfection. We loved him in the film. We loved that he loved Extra. We loved how genuine he was with his love. We loved how he made his character look so believable. We loved how he made us even smile and laugh in the film. We loved how he could stand for this lady. We loved how he was able to defend her at every point in time and was able to fight for this girl. Like, he showed the proper definition of a man, and he was brilliant in giving us a perfect boyfriend or lover role. Yes, so he was good. We have the character Jason played by Nelson Iwu. This one was the friend to Sean. He was a very, you know, good friend, a friend who would always be there for you in times of need, a friend who cares about your emotions, and you know, he was great. Like, I love how he breathed life into his character. This guy was one of my best characters in this film. I think the first I've seen this guy of was in one movie where he acted as a policeman. I think he and Clinton were in that movie with Terra Martins. That was the first I saw this guy in, and this guy delivered on 100%. And seeing him here and how he could make his character look so believable, you know, how he talks, his actions, his reactions, I'm like, wow, I love this guy. He was so good, he was so cute in this movie, okay? You know, there's something he said in this film that made me laugh. That was one when Extra quacked him mistakenly and she was like, oh, sorry. He was not like, who won't play love? Make go love God, you know. Sing over and sing about each other, so if you find love. That made me laugh so hard. I'm like, this guy is as real as anything can be real. Like, Jason, you know, Jason played by Nelson Iwu was really believable in his character. He was so good. Like I said, he's one of my best characters in this film. We have the character Lisa played by Nancy Desmond. Nancy was also good. I love the way she was vibing to all those, you know, street slangs, how she was just saying it, making it look so real, you know, bringing sense of originality to that. It was good. She did so well. She was amazing. That was amazing. Okay, we also have Madame D played by Ruth Wealth. She was the woman in charge of that you know, slot business. And this woman, you know, I love how she talks, how she acted, you know, she gave us that like that madame vibes, and it was great. She did well as well. We also have Mr. Jago played by Ian Nacho Sammy. This was the man that Extra father owed money, and he was the one that dragged this girl to that business. This man was so good as well. You know, he was this kind of very mean, wicked man that would never look back. He would threaten you with his words. He would threaten you with everything, with your family. Like, this man was so wicked and so cruel, and he did a very good one. You know, at least we could feel that this man is actually wicked. You could feel that he's so strict. Yeah, so he was great. Yeah, so every actor in this film did well for me. So guys, what I liked about this movie first is the storyline. Guys, this is a very brilliant storyline. Mind you, we have had this story before in Nollywood, but this particular one hits differently. The way this movie was structured, the way this movie was delivered, the way it was given to us was different from every other ones we've watched before. This is unique. This is splendid. This is what I call Netflix standard. This one ticks all the boxes for me. Guys, we were given this movie on a platter to watch. This is a movie that you're supposed to pay money to go and watch in cinema. I'm not even capping. This movie ate in everything. This movie was amazing. I love the storyline of this film. And because of how amazed I was after seeing this movie, I had to go check out the screenwriter of this film. And it's no other person but Abraham Onkenny. Kudos to the screenwriter of this movie. Whoever is watching this movie and knows this particular screenwriter, tell this person that they write. Like, you too they write, you too do. You too do. Like, this is a brilliant script. You know, the dialogues were on point, detailed, engaging, wonderful. It was so good. Kudos to the screenwriter. Like, he did a great job in this one. And also, I love the acting. Man, the casting of this film, waiting they saw. This casting, the lineup of actors for this particular movie were amazing. Like, believe you me, the lead characters in this film, the supporting characters, all of them did so well in their acting. Nobody gave less in this movie. Nobody at all. They were so good in their characters. Another thing I love about this movie is the editing. I love the editing, the cinematography, the lighting, beautiful. The cinematography gave us a very good job in his angles. The camera angles, the close-up shots were amazing. The colorist in this movie did so well in his color grading, beautifully helping us to differentiate the timelines, the past and the present. The color grading played a very significant role in this film. Kudos to the colorist of this movie, kudos to the editor, kudos to the cinematographer. They did so well. We also have the directing. Man, Ben Cassie, the director. The director was Sabi. She really did so well in giving a very brilliant directing in this film. She did really, really well. I love the makeup as well. The makeup artists, who are you? Like, she was so good in her makeup work. I love the younger version of Extra. You know how she was looking in that movie, how she was looking so unkept, how she was looking so poor, wretched. You know, the whole makeup made her character even look more believable. So kudos to the makeup artist of this film. The music as well, the sounds were all great. Like I said, everything in this movie was so good. Everything worked for me in this film, no doubts. Every damn thing worked for me in this movie. So I'm gonna rate this movie a solid, I mean, a solid 10 over 10. Executive producer of this film, Uche Montana, did amazingly well. This movie is a must watch. One of the best movies I have seen on YouTube. Guys, go and watch it. And I am so looking forward to 10 million views, 20 million views in this film because this movie is a very brilliant movie. So guys, that's about the review for the movie A Lady and Her Gentleman. If you have seen this movie, let me know what you think about this movie in the comment section. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay splendid.